Yeah.
Sergeant just called up here, said he's doing a little bit of paperwork, then it'll be right up, okay?
Perfect. I don't mind waiting.
Right.
Can we get something in writing from him to tell these guys to stand down and follow the law today?
Well, I mean, I guarantee he's calling over right now.
Thank you very much for joining us here at Tyrant Slayer Studios. To give you a quick context and background of what's going on here, here are the events of December the 13th, 2021, in what I'm calling an undercover audit at 20 Park Street, Rockville, Connecticut. This is a criminal court building. I was there on the 13th to appear in response to the false arrests and the events that took place on November the 29th. If you'd like to see that video, it was live streamed. My arrest was live streamed on November the 29th. The name of the video is called 1A Audit Rockville Family Court. If you have not done so already, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Check out the video description below. There you'll find links to the arrest video and other videos pertaining to this situation, so you can get your head around it, follow along, and watch what we do here at Tyrant Slayer Studios to address and properly handle these issues. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'm conducting here what I call an undercover audit. An undercover audit is when I'm recording the events unbeknownst to the individual engaged in the events. Sometimes the presence of a camera can make people feel very uncomfortable. Public servants don't understand that they have no expectation to privacy. In the presence of a video camera, a public servant may feel as though the individual filming is attempting to intimidate them, or that the individual filming is obnoxious. Our public servants often display a behavior that indicates that they are very displeased with video recording equipment. The purpose of an undercover audit is to eliminate any possibility for that sort of response. Being undercover gives us a perspective that is not normally seen. The purpose of this undercover audit is to give the audience a perspective. Most people are not going to go to the courthouse and attempt to film their engagement with their public officials from publicly accessible areas. Most people are not going to attempt to create objective record of their business at their courthouse. With that said, to give this audience a perspective that is more indicative to what they would experience not filming, the undercover audit, a very discreet way of creating objective record, unbeknownst to the individual, the public servant, the public official whom I'm engaged with, creates an honest audit. And with that, let's just dive right in here to this undercover audit. Again, this is December the 13th, 2021. This is after the meeting with the state's attorney. That is also going to be made public here. I'm seeking to speak with a Mr. Chief Robinson. Chief Robinson is head oversight of the Judicial Marshals located at 69 Brooklyn Street, and I would assume 20 Park Street there in Rockville, Connecticut. He's the man to talk to about the egregious actions of these marshals. I've been seeking to speak with Chief Robinson for a very long time. I've got some recorded phone calls already when I've tried to reach him in the past. I'll go ahead and put those up here on this channel as well. Chief Robinson must do something to address Marshal Wanzik and the other marshals that have been involved in violating our constitutionally protected rights, giving me a concussion, unlawfully arresting me. So anyway, without further ado, let's dive right in.
Was it something I said? Where did everybody go? I can go in here. I haven't gone outside. You guys mind if I step back in to get out of the foyer? Thank you. How are you, Mr. Roberts?
How are you?
Tim Riley, nice to meet you.
James, I'm the sergeant here, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. Well, the reason why I asked specifically for Chief Robinson is because it was Wanzik down there.
Yeah.
Back in June that the incident occurred with, and a number of other very egregious marshals who were absolutely operating outside the boundaries of the law. As a matter of fact, if you'd like to take a walk right here into the foyer with me, I'd like to show you something. This is a notice
Yes,
that makes all of the courthouse policies enforceable because the public is made aware of what the policies are.
correct.
I didn't see any notice like that on the courthouse over there at 69 Brooklyn Street, but despite whether or not the notice was there,
Yep,
there are areas in the courthouse where cell phone use and photography and press activities are prohibited, but there are also areas of the courthouse, publicly accessible areas of the courthouse, where that activity is not permitted. In fact, it is protected by the First Amendment. It's a constitutionally protected activity, and without question, it can be taking place. So it says it right here on your poster, take pictures except that any person may use a cell phone or other electronic devices to photograph court record in a clerk's office as long as doing so is not unreasonably interfering with the operation of the office. So that's what I went over there to do in June. Okay.
take pictures of,
My business with the courthouse inspecting public records. In fact, I was there to officially pick up transcripts.
so you were gonna take pictures in the clerk's office?
I was
of-
going to take pictures of everything that I was engaged in within publicly accessible areas of the courthouse. If I had talked to a clerk, one of my public servants, I was going to record that. If I talked to a marshal, I was going to record that. They're in their official capacity serving the public, right? So I have every right. It even says right here, as long as I'm not obstructing the operations of the court, I have all the permission to be doing that.
As long
when
as
it
you
comes
get
to-
the permission.
Yeah, that's your policy, and that
Yeah.
policy doesn't trump the Constitution, and I don't need permission to exercise my rights. In fact, as a First Amendment auditor, calling you guys ahead of time and tipping you off that I'm going to come and be observing what you're doing during the day is not how an audit works. It would totally destroy the validity of the audit. It's like the health inspector calling the restaurant and saying, "Hey, we'll be there on Wednesday. Make sure you guys get everything cleaned up, huh?"
Yep,
Right?
I
Okay,
understand
so
what you're saying.
that's why I don't have to abide by that policy that doesn't trump the Constitution. And your marshals need to be properly educated on the law, because I was just given a concussion and slammed to the floor and arrested on November 29th because your marshals are idiots. And even when I try to present the law to them, and even when I cite the law, they mock me. When I ask them to identify, they give me my name. Okay? Is there a policy that you can print out? Do you guys have a policy procedure handbook or something like that all the marshals are supposed to abide by, that would contain your policy on, say, wearing your name tag on your uniform? Because as far as I know, not having a name tag on your uniform is against.
Well, they should all have it on there.
Yeah, well, this guy's walking around without a name tag.
Oh, okay.
And he's assaulting me, putting his hands on me, and pushing
I'll
me.
let Chief know about that.
I need to identify that man right away. I would like to speak to Chief Roberts. It's all on video. It's all on my YouTube channel. It was live on the internet. But there's more than one incident, and I would like to address those with the chief today, as I've been pursuing to speak with the chief for months, and he's been blowing my phone calls off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I can
followed
let him know. I know he has a meeting today. I'm not sure how long it's gonna
Would
take.
there be somebody here willing to accompany me over at 69 Brooklyn Street while we go ahead and look for this same signage, make sure it's posted over there for the public to be aware, and make sure that when I go in there and start videotaping today and inspecting public records, that they don't tackle me and arrest me today? Can I have someone accompany me over there?
Let me see if I can get him on the phone.
Yeah, that would be good, because
Try
that's
to
what I'm
run
gonna go
this
do today.
Okay.
And the law is on my side, and your marshals just illegally arrested me last Monday, so.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can follow him upstairs.
Excellent, thank you so much, sir. For your records, you guys, if you'd like to follow my work online, I am a legit press journalist. I'm a government accountability activist here in the state of Connecticut. I'm very well known nationally. I've got about 50,000 subscribers in a mere month's time. If you'd like to check out my work and what brings me here to your courthouse today on your personal or on your official time, I would seriously advise you to do that. It's very educational, not just for the citizens, but for marshals and for police. We love good marshals, we love good police, we love our law enforcement officials. Sometimes people make some very serious mistakes, and we need to cover that stuff too. We don't want to bury that stuff.
Mr. Rudd.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the chief can't get out of his meeting to come down and talk to you. I let him know what's going on. I made him aware that you'll most likely be going down there today to do whatever you feel the need to do. He said that, sorry.
Can we get something in writing from him to tell these guys to stand down and follow the law today?
Well, he's not, most likely he's gonna call over there, let him know that you're coming by, but
Can we get that confirmed before I go in there? Because the last time I tried to exercise my constitutionally protected rights, I was illegally detained and my property was illegally seized.
well, I mean, I guarantee he's calling over right now as
Okay.
he sent me down here. to
I'll
tell
wait
you.
here. If you can confirm that that's been done and that these guys are
Well,
not going to give me
I'm
a
not even
problem.
gonna confirm it, I just know he's making that phone call right
All
now,
right.
most likely.
Would you mind confirming it for me so I feel safe about doing it?
Well, the way I'm wording it is probably sounds bad. 100% he's calling over there to let them know you're coming down. I don't know what they're gonna do when they get down. Most likely they're gonna follow this policy and not let you record in there. Whatever steps, measures you take down there, they're gonna follow this policy and not allow you to record.
All right. Okay. So you're saying that the Chief Robinson is going to ignore the Constitution of the United States, my official capacity as a member of press, and violate my constitutionally protected rights today?
I'm not putting any words in your in
Right.
his mouth.
Right.
This is all coming out of my
But
mouth.
he has been given an opportunity here to officially educate his marshals, and it seems as though he's not going to do that to the best of his ability, leading me to believe that we might have the same incident that already occurred again. And if it does, he's been put on notice right now that not only is he liable in his official capacity, but he is liable in his personal capacity as well.
Okay, I'll
And
let
I
him
will-
know that.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Hey,
Hey, I hope everything works out for you, but just know all the marshals down there will be following
Excellent.
judicial policy.
that's great.
Okay?
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thanks. There you have it, folks. There you have it, folks.
So it is at this point that I leave 20 Park Street and I head on over to 69 Brooklyn Street to acquire and inspect records and film from publicly accessible areas of the courthouse. Perhaps ask the clerks a couple of questions. As you've seen in the video that I have published, I am inside of our law library. I thank Mr. Wanzik while I leave the courthouse. I'm clearly not wearing a mask. In fact, the marshals went as far as actually adhering to Executive Order 7NN, the mask mandate in the state of Connecticut, and only requires an individual to wear a mask when they are unable to maintain a 6-foot distance from somebody else. So, you know, you got all these people in courthouses, you know, judicial marshals being the primary ones, you know, telling people, freaking out, you got to put your mask on, you got to put your mask on, you got to put your mask on. You can't come in if you don't have a mask on. They've been wrong this entire time. It's written right in the executive order, which I will be going over and showing my audience here on my channel. We're going to talk about my engagements with a number of marshals over mask usage and what the actual order says. So that way there we can clearly discern the difference of what the order says and what the marshals are trying to do. That'll be a show unto itself. We're gonna go ahead and give you guys a bit of the insight on what happened over at 69 Brooklyn Street during this audit. To keep up with that stuff and make it easy for you guys, I have created a playlist, Family Court Follow-Ups. I'll put all of the relevant videos and content in that playlist for you guys so that you can get your heads around it, see what's actually happening, hear what's actually happening, and discuss what's actually happening in our courthouses, what's actually happened in my family court case. There's a lot of information to disclose, and there's no easy way to do it. So we'll start at the beginning one day when this is all over with and my daughter is here, home, safe, with her brothers and I and my wife in our beautiful home. When we have peace here from this case, and this case is finally done and over with, and the situation has been dealt with, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about it from the very beginning and go over in great detail with the transcripts, with the police reports, with courtroom audio, with all of it, with courtroom video, all of it in great detail will be analyzed and reviewed here and discussed so that we can collectively, as a civilized society, as a republic, as fellow citizens, decide what needs to be done about it. We can discuss what needs to be done about it, what can be done about it, and how to prevent something like this from ever happening again. The entire point of what we're doing here, the entire point of the transparency and accountability is so that we can decide what to do about these very real problems that are really hurting a minor child, really, really leaving her vulnerable to terrible, terrible things and terrible, lifelong lasting trauma. So hit that notification bell so that you can be made aware of when we publish these videos and more, when we go live. I do giveaways here on this channel. It's been quite some time since I've given anything away, but I have been known to give away some very expensive camera equipment. Some autographed books by Erin Marie Olszewski. If you have not seen my interview with Erin Marie Olszewski, that too can be found here on Tyrant Slayer Studios. Please take a look at my portfolio of videos. I think we're up around 100 right now, and with what I have backlogged here in post-production, I can easily double that in a very short amount of time. So make sure you participate during my live streams, or make sure to leave a comment under my videos. Make sure you participate during the live streams. Try to engage with the other members of the audience constructively. Be sure to leave a comment below the videos that you've watched. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. That way there, if I see your name on a regular basis and I am going to do a giveaway, you'll have a good chance of getting your name pulled out of the hat. So stay tuned. There's going to be plenty more on this. You'll find it all in the playlist. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Be sure you hit that notification bell and set it to all so that you don't miss a beat here at Tyrant Slayer Studios. There's a lot we're offering to the public here, and we need your support. We just need you to be aware. We need to be working together to address these very serious problems constructively and positively so that we can overcome them and make a better future for our kids. And with that, I bid to you farewell. United, there is little we cannot do.
I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means, on infiltration instead of invasion.
You have all the money in the world, you have all the power you need. What's the point? What's the end goal? Like I said, the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society.
What's your name and your badge number?
Party in the garden, the tower's falling, love in the summertime.
Subject 97D fishing. He also has an AR-15 in a Glock.
Unified, feeling oh so unified. In the lockdown, in the lockdown.
I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Every day, it's a gift. That's why we call it the blessing. We were born on the garden of Eden, with the flowers growing and little birds chirping. I was in the garden just having a laugh, till I met a monster cross my path. Hey girl, do you want some mozzarella? I could get you split up one of two ways. What's it gonna be, man? What's it gonna be, man? Said I felt like the whole world was begging me to rain fire above upon my enemies, till the love washed over me, till I let the love wash over me. Said I forgot the whole world begging me to rain fire above upon my enemies, till the love washed over me, till I let the love wash over me every day.
Going in a direction that was irreversible. This was not an election. This was a revolution. This was irregular warfare at its finest. We have what we call citizen journalists. We have an army of digital soldiers. You're here because you've made a decision about something in your life. You can't sit back. You have a responsibility. We must. You have to fight for this country.
He's going to be bit like a...
Well, what's suspicious about just walking in public? I think a lot of what police do is suspicious, but...
I'm sure you do, but that's why I'm checking on you.
Sure, you do not have permission to open my door. I don't have to roll the window down. Give me my paperwork.
Why am I being asked to leave?
Yeah.